Hello and welcome to this Spalluccipedia video. Today I want to have a chat about one of the sort of like more influential side characters in Sam's world, and that is the one who we know as Sophia. Now, when we see her in Sam's universe, she's normally portrayed as sort of like austere-looking librarian type character. You know, she wears her green two-piece. She's got this like the very severe glasses. And she always looks at Sam with that like disapproving look, which of course works marvellously on Sam because, as Sam sort of talks about in some of the earlier books, he is actually scared of librarians. So you know you're always wondering, well, has she taken this form just so that she can get into Sam's head? She first appears in the books which have been published in Ghosts from the Past. And she pops up in Sam's life with all her little fairy type friends and saying, Sam, you know, this divergence is coming. We believe that Malcolm Wallace is involved. He is close, or you know, something to do with it. You know, we want you to look into him. And Sam's sort of like, oh, I don't really want to. Why are you pulling my chainsaw business? But obviously, he ends up getting involved with Wallace and such and such. And then she comes back later on in Troubled Souls, and we have the whole thing about one of her little characters gone missing. She's actually related to another character in Sam's world, which I don't want to say too much because that's serious spoilerhood. And basically, she's jerking Sam's chain again. She is one of these characters who Sam really doesn't like. Sam wants the quiet life. You know, he wants to be able to do his investigation. He wants to, you know, just go along and do whatever. Whereas Sophia saying, no, you know, you need to do what we want because what we want is more important. What we want is for the benefit of the greater good. And she very much represents sort of like this authority sort of feeling we sometimes get in society. Well, we know what's best. You know, we know what's going to happen. We've seen the past, we can guess the future. So you need to do what we say. And of course, Sam represents that part of us which says, no, I don't want to do that. I want to live my life by my rules. Thank you very much. Now, please just go away and leave me alone. Inevitably, you end up getting dragged into this, or like this affair of supernatural in Sam's world, and in our world, sort of like politics and social disorder and whatever. So a little bit of depth there, as it were, I suppose. But the first time we come across Sophia isn't actually in Ghosts from the Past. She was originally written in Fallen Angel, which again, as yet unpublished at the time of filming. And she was a librarian, possibly something supernatural about her. She came across slightly mysterious. And our two main characters encounter her when they're trying to look into the font at All Saints Church, and she provides them with the photo, and the photo which Nightingale has, which shows the installation of the font. You've got Lucifer and you've got Alec there, two characters who shouldn't be in that period of time, raising all sorts of questions. She is somebody who is an authority figure who's pushing our characters towards the road which she feels they should travel. And I didn't really do much with her. She was just there, and then she cropped up in the last scene, again, quite mysterious and enacted and enabled, and said, right, this is what we need to do, and the book ended. So when I reintroduced her into Sam's world, I said, well, I've got to do more with this character because I do rather like her. And I popped her in Ghosts, and I felt she worked really well. And left her, I thought, okay, that's fair enough, she's had a time, I'll probably come back to her later. But then the idea of Troubled Souls came along. I thought, well, actually, what she is doing is similar to what I know another character can do. So I started looking at whether they could be the same character. And look back at Fallen Angel, and you know, actually, yes, they could do, because there's references I put in there without realising. And so that works really well. And if you've read Troubled Souls, you'll know which character I am skirting around the edges of, because again, serious spoilerhood. So I suppose if there's one thing you need to take away from this little Spalluccipedia video is you really need to make sure you're up to date on the Sam Spallucci books now, because by the time you've read Troubled Souls, you'll be like, oh, I can see what might be happening here. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope I haven't waffled too much. But yeah, Sophia, she's a good character. Annoying, but she's a good one. Take care now. Bye-bye.